Okay, welcome back to another video. So I wanted to kind of show a little bit of my rockets that I have. It's decent. So you didn't even want to cut through that. Trying to open it to where you can see, there it is. So this is just a little red paper that I took off. Oh, actually no, this isn't even the red paper I cut. This is just what they stuffed in there to cause the back pressure. As you can see, they just take some paper, crumble it up, and shove it down there with a little bit of black powder. And then what they do is they sometimes will put like a little tiny, what looks like a little tiny moon traveler or like a missile tube in there. There it goes. And that has a little bit of black powder in it, and it's supposed to create a little report, which on these, you know, they're not very loud. They're very, very quiet. Or sometimes they don't even go off. So here is what resembles lift powder, because it's not really just black powder like you would think for the report. And then for the rest of the tube, it's pretty much empty. But the way they do these new rockets is what I think is what's causing the issues. I mean, yes, they do work. If there's enough pressure, it'll work. But like I said, with the paper the way it is, it doesn't allow enough back pressure for it to build up and take off. So I've had like maybe 10 of these sit in the tube. I light them and they would go up like maybe 5-10 feet and then just pop. But what it is that they use these plastic rocket motors, which is nice because you can see through them. It's got a nice clay in there. The fuse goes into it. So what I normally do is I just stuff extra black powder in here. And I actually just keep packing it in because it is inside of a tube. You can compress it. The only thing with that is that because it's not a solid grain, there's a little bit of an air pocket in between, or something gets in there and it could cause the rocket to explode. So what I've been doing is I just take the rocket motor out completely, and I use the tube and I just repack it all the way to the top or whatever with black powder, and it actually flies a lot better because I'm able to use a clay bulkhead and, you know, keep it from not having enough pressure the way it does with the paper, which to me is kind of weird. I'm not sure why they're doing that now. But anyways, it's pretty much it for these guys. I might do a video on it, put a clamp on it and just light it so you can see how it works. I mean, obviously you're just going to see it burn through, obviously. I don't think there's any delay in these, but the cool thing about these little rockets is that I like that they're see-through. So for testing, you know, messing around with them, you can see. Other than that, I mean, they do work. If you can create the pressure in the tube, they'll work just fine. But these little baby rockets, I've always was interested in how they got them to work, because these, yes, they have a tiny little bulkhead in there, but whenever I would cut them open, I could never see how the black powder would ignite the report. But now that I've gotten into building rockets, I understand that on these, since they're so small, there isn't really a bulkhead in there or a pass fire hole. It's just initially it burns all the black powder, and because it has the top here with a little bit of flash in there, it causes it to explode. You can use a little bit of black powder for a report, but the salute or reports that they put in these guys are a lot better when they use flash. I'm trying to remember if these actually have flash. I'm pretty sure they do because it's been a while since I opened one. Sometimes what I'll do is to get rid of the report, I'll just cut this top off and then I'll ignite it. Actually, I'll just do that real quick, see what it's got in it, because I don't remember. Yeah, see, it does have flash. As you can see, it's got a little bit of flash in there. So these are actually built better than these are, because these use black powder for the report, whereas these actually use flash powder, and that's why they're much louder when they explode. These, obviously, you know, they have whistle in them. These actually do have a clay plug up top, and then they have a little tiny piece of fuse, and that's what causes their report to go off. I do like these Not much. I don't really care for these. These are just like a Saturn missile battery. They don't really, I don't know, I guess you would say like make everything fun, I guess. But what I do like doing is taking these apart. I'll take about 10 of them apart, take all the whistle out of that, and then I'll compress it into a 1/4-inch rocket tube, and then I'll launch that, and actually I get more sound out of that and more height. So that's what I've been doing with these. I don't really light these off anymore. I like just take them apart and save the fuse and, you know, make it into something else. But anyways, that was it. I just wanted to show you what was inside the Texas Pop Rocket and how cheaply made they are. And these are by World Class, so I figured they would be a lot, you know, built better than the other stuff. But anyways, thanks for watching.